Hey, all about fishing with Big Kev. Hey, digging around in the old spinner tackle box this morning. Stay tuned. We'll talk spinners, different blades, and how they work. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hey, digging through the old spinner box this morning. Right here, getting through them, trying to get my tackle sorted out. Got snow on the ground. I think we got 13 inches, crazy. But hey, let's talk spinners. One of the most versatile lures in your box. If you don't have a couple variations of spinners in your box, I recommend you get them. And I'm gonna tell you why. They are the go-to if nothing works lure. They're a great casting lure. They work casting into the rocks, dragging them over weed beds. Just the best all-around lure, multi-species lure. But there's several out there that you can get in different blades, and I want to kind of talk a little bit about that. A couple of the most common ones are the Colorado blade and the Willow blade. So let's start with the Colorado blade. Colorado blade is shaped like this, and this is what they call a hammered. See how it's kind of got that hammered look? This is an H&H lure. I use these guys like crazy. I love them. But anyway, the Colorado blade, this blade, when it's going through the water, causes the most turmoil in the water. It whips up a lot of water. And it doesn't have quite as much flash to it as the Willow. And this one will surface a little faster than the Willow blade. The Willow blade will stay a lot lower in the water. It won't rise as fast than the Colorado blade. But the Colorado blade comes in all kinds of lures. And one of the most common is, everybody uses is, the beetle spin. The old beetle spin where you got this and then you put the body on it. You got these little bodies you can put on it. If you've got something like this in your box, you can put a skirt on it. You can put any kind of plastic, whether it's a grub tail, anything you want. But the way that is presented in the water is that spinner is going to drag above whatever you put on this hook. You're going to tie your line here. But here's a Colorado blade, but in a smooth version. Okay, so they comes in all different kinds. Here's a dual Colorado blade in a lure that looks like this, with a couple different size Colorado blades on it. Again, just a different style lure. And another real popular one is the Roadrunner, which is kind of a jig / spinner combination. Excellent lure. So spinners come in all different styles. Here's one, the old MEP spinner. Remember those? The old MEP style spinner. It's a spinner. Has more of a Willow blade on it. Actually this is almost like it's a really rounded Willow blade, but it's a MEP spinner. So what's the Willow blade? Willow blade is exactly what it is. It's a blade that looks like a willow leaf. Same spinner, same lure, different blade. Again, this is the hammered, and this is the Willow. And then here's one that's a dual Colorado blade. Same skirt as this, just different spinners. So what's the Willow blade? The Willow blade is not going to cause as much turbulence in the water. It's going to be the most flashiest blade in the water versus the Colorado. And this one's not going to have as much rise when it's coming, when you're reeling it to you. It's going to stay down lower path and not have as much rise as a Colorado blade. And again, the retrieval on your spinners is all going to be, as far as depth, is going to be how hard you crank that baby in. These are all pretty much going to be casting lures. You can troll with them, but casting is pretty much the way to go with them. They're pond fishing, small lake, large reservoirs. Again, a casting lure. Now, the presentation you give it, if you cast it, let it sit, you can bump it, give it a couple cranks and let it do its thing, and then let it settle. Bump it again, you can bounce it off the bottom and spin it and pull it up. All kinds of presentations you can do with a spinner. So I highly recommend getting spinners in your tackle box. They are going to be the go-to lure when nothing works. So hopefully I've shown you a couple different options on blades, kind of explained to you, the Colorado blade being more turbulent in the water, not as flashy, and more rise on the retrieval, or the Willow blade's the flashier lure, less turbulence, and not as much rise in the water on the retrieval. So hey, like and subscribe, all about fishing with Big Kev. Get you some of these spinners, regardless of the brand. Get you some spinners in your tackle box. You can't go wrong. Hey everybody, tie lines, stay safe out there. There's all kinds of bad weather and things going on around. Everybody just stay safe so one day we can get back on the water. Take care.